So what is a postdoc? Now you might have heard that term before, but you still don't really know what it means, and hopefully in this video I'm going to share that with you. Now I'm Jordan, I'm a final year PhD student, so I'm currently applying for postdoctoral opportunities. And that at the heart of it is what a postdoc actually is. It's something that comes after your PhD, there's an opportunity of sorts that you can do. Now you can either go for teaching associates, research associates, or a fellowship. Now, what each of those terms mean are slightly different. So, first of all, a research associate is typically where you're working on someone else's grant. Now, that means someone else has secured the funding, they've decided what the project's going to be, and you're typically helping them out. Now, you will be contributing traditionally to various research papers, bringing your own ideas to the project in some way, shape, or form, but you are largely a dependent researcher. You are dependent on their funding, their ideas, and the overall scope that they've designed for the project. On the flip of now, the other research role is a fellowship. Now, fellowships are traditionally where you're an independent researcher. You're pitching the project, you're applying for funding, whether that be funding specifically aimed at research fellowships, or it's something slightly different where you're applying through your university for other forms of smaller or larger grants. Now, a fellowship is you really starting off as your own independent self. You're an independent researcher. You're not on someone else's grant. You secured the funding. You're pitching the project. You're organizing and managing it. You will be working with other researchers, but they're there to traditionally support you and your goals, not necessarily to lead or steer you in any way, shape, or form. And when you're done with it, you have effectively started the ball rolling on your career as an independent researcher. You might then go on to other grants and funding that you want to pursue that same topic area with, and then effectively that's you demonstrating that you've earned your stripes in academia. You might do several research associates or at least a few before you've earned your stripes sufficiently enough for you to get onto that tenure track position. The last opportunity is really the teaching associate. These are slightly different. You can have fixed term or permanent contracts depending on the university, and you're applying for a job to teach a particular course. So you are applying for a broader discipline, generally that's ideally closely linked to the field that you're looking at. So, for example, if it's biology, it might be environmental studies, it might be geography, all of which could be broadly encompassed in similar schools. And you might be applying to teach on particular courses. And if they like the skills that you've got, then effectively you could be employed on either a fixed term contract teaching associate or junior teaching role, or you might be on a permanent contract role, and then you traditionally work your way up to more permanent status and go through the promotion circuit of your university. That's traditionally what postdocs typically look like, and then after that, you have more of your permanent job roles in academia. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Thank you very much for listening.